Hey guys, it's Chris from Domestic Chris here with another Making Money Monday episode. In this week's episode, I want to talk a little bit about why I'm getting annual passes and not just day-by-day passes while we're down there, with the exception of my mother-in-law. But for my girls and I, we will be getting annual passes. So big news broke today officially. Disney has changed their ticket pricing to a tiered pricing system. And really, this just affects one-day tickets. One-day tickets for Magic Kingdom have, in recent years, maybe not always, but for a long time now, been more expensive than one-day tickets to the other three parks. They've gone up now $20 additional during high peak times. Then they have regular peak times and low peak times. There is a calendar that will link below for the remainder of the year when those times are. I don't know what January is going to look like. But the good thing for me is that does not really affect multi-day passes. Now, the price has gone up for multi-day passes, but not very much. For example, my annual passes stayed the same price, but the annual the 5-day pass non-park hopper that I'm planning on purchasing for my mother-in-law went up a total of $26.62, which is just $5.32 more per day. I think it's still worth it to go to Disney for $26 more for 5 days. Some people are really upset about this, and yes, it stinks that they are increasing their prices, but really this is probably mostly going to affect locals who go for one day at a time instead of buying their local pass or an annual pass or seasonal pass. It might deter some people who come for a one day, but at the same time, in their mind, it's sad but true. People are going to pay that, and if you won't, somebody else will. And that may be sad and upsetting to some people, but it's still the truth. That $26.62 that it costs extra for us is not going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference, especially at the rate that I'm saving right now. It's totally not going to make a difference for me, but for some people it might. When you add that $26.62 up over multiple people, then that really adds up, and that is another reason why you may want to consider getting annual passes. Okay, so I mentioned that's what we're doing. Why would I choose to do that when I live in Indiana? And Orlando is very far away from me. It's like a 16-hour drive. Here's why. One, I have access as an annual pass holder, or if you're a DVC member, or if you're a Florida State resident, to a discount card called Tables in Wonderland. This is for getting 20% off of your table service dining reservations, as well as all quick service hotels. It does include 18% gratuity, but this is by no means a 2% discount. Here's how it works. If you were to pay $200 for your meal, 18% gratuity would make it $236, with $36 being your tip. Now, and that's what most people tend to pay, especially somewhere like Disney where you're getting excellent service most of the time. Now, let's pretend you have Tables in Wonderland and your bill's $200. Well, they're going to take $40 right off the top for your 20% and add in that $36 for that. So now you're paying $196 instead of $236. So you're saving over $40 than you would have been before. So it definitely is worth it if you're planning on doing a lot of table service meals, which I am planning. I'll go into my meal planning and why I'm not doing the dining plan another time. But it saves a lot. Now, it does cost $150, and that's the highest rate. I do believe that maybe DVC members get it a little bit cheaper. Somebody gets it cheaper, but I still think it's $125 then. Used to be $100. Anyhow, but that $150 pays for itself if you do a lot of table service meals over your time. You can use it for up to 10 meals at a time, so 10 people eating at a time. Some places are excluded from Tables in Wonderland, like Hoop-Dee-Doo and Spirit of Aloha. You have to go to the late show to be able to use your Tables in Wonderland, and that's probably an incentive to get more people into those time frames, and more people would normally want to go to the earlier time frames, but in order to get your discount and for them to fill seats, you go to the later time frame. And I think Ohana, maybe you can't use it for dinner. I'm not sure, but there's information on the Tables in Wonderland website. I'll link that below. But so that's something that I have access to as an annual pass holder. Another change they made when they raised the prices for annual pass holders, I believe in October, is that they now include unlimited PhotoPass downloads. Now, some people want to say this isn't the same as Memory Maker, but it is. It totally is. You still get the stock photos, you still get all the little cute upgrades with Tinkerbell or somebody in your hand. You get all of that. You have unlimited access. So if you were to go 365 or 366 days to Disney World, every day you're there, they will take your picture and you will have downloadable access of all of those pictures. Whereas Memory Maker is good for like the time that you go, but if you went again later in the year, you would have to buy it again, and that's $150. So that is a great deal that you get that, and you'll have to download them, but then you can print them wherever you want. You can use free prints from like Snapfish or something. So you can get printed, you have rights to these pictures, all of them, forever, and make sure you download them. If you don't, I'll talk about this later. If you don't download them, they'll go away. When I called before, because I lost some Memory Maker pictures from before, well, just PhotoPass. Anybody can have PhotoPass pictures taken in the park, but you would have to pay to download them or buy prints. With this, you would get free downloadable access. You get access to what the Memory Maker people do, and if you were to purchase between 8 and 10 photos, it makes up the cost of a Memory Maker. And now with this, you have this unlimited access all the time, and you probably want to print them somewhere else for cheaper. Anyhow, that's another great benefit of having an annual pass. And of course, you get the opportunity to go back to Disney World again. The cool thing is your pass begins the day that you get to the park. So if I were to order my tickets online today, or if I would have ordered them before they went up in price, that pass doesn't start until I get there and we go to will call at customer service. Listen to me. Customer or guest services, and they will take your little paper pass or whatever, hook it up to your My Disney Experience, and you will get your actual card that says you're an annual pass holder, and that will be linked to your magic bands from your resort, or you'll get a ticket, however you choose to do that. Most people use magic bands anymore. I'm excited. This will be our first trip with them. But so you have that, and those are really the two big reasons why, well, three big reasons why I'm doing this. I get access to tables in Wonderland, I get the Memory Maker, and I also get to come back. I get to go back. How could I forget that? I get to go back. And I'm thinking about going back for another race in April. I've been saving so much money, you guys will see. Yes, so I'm thinking about, with all this money that I'm saving, that I may have the opportunity to book a bounce back while I'm there in January for the April Star Wars Dark Side half. I'm really excited about that. That'll be a lot of fun. So I'll definitely, that's most likely going to happen. And so then I'll be able to use my pass again then, and that's very exciting to me. So those are some ideas. Another thing is, only one person in your party needs to have an annual pass to be able to have tables in Wonderland, as long as you expect that person to be at every meal, because they're supposed to have to show their ID along with their card, and to use the Memory Maker. That'll be included. So even if one person in your party gets an annual pass, and maybe you don't go back, but to save on those two things, if you're planning on doing a lot of table service meals, that will totally pay for itself and be worth it. So think about those options when you're considering your next trip to Disney World, because you may find, as I did, that those are the best options for you. Okay, let's address this thing on my head. If you don't know who this is Nick Wilde from Zootopia. I think it says it over there. Yeah, this is the hashtag. Hashtag sneaky feet and a sly face. So we went, my girls and I, to a Disney Store card holder event where we got to be there before the store opened. Apparently some basketball shoes came out this weekend too. There was like a bajillion people at the mall, but only like 5 families there early for the Disney Store. Anyhow, we had so much fun. One of my kids chose to be Nick Wilde. Another one chose to be Judy Hopps, but it broke and it taped so she wouldn't fit my head. And while we were there, they played this really cute video, and the kids got to earn a badge. Here it is. A Junior Zootopia officer badge. They both have one of these. And they got to go on like a scavenger hunt of sorts around the store looking for pictures of mammals. And on the pictures there would be a number associated with a letter, and then they filled in the blanks, and the answer was try everything. You gotta just try a whole bunch of stuff to solve problems, because Judy is on the police force, if you didn't know that. So you have to try everything to solve your problems. And while we were there, we got some goodies. Our first Tsum Tsums. We got Nick and Judy. They're super cute, and I like it because like their bellies have their attire that goes with them. They also got, while we were there, they each got one of these cute little Tsum Tsum bags. They were on clearance for $1.99. And then I got some stuff. Let me show you what I got for them first. I got them these matching Minnie Mouse outfits. They look springy, but they have like 3/4 sleeves and kind of little thicker knit pants with pockets. So these are going to be for when we go down there. And then I got for myself from there, where's the shirt I got? This one. Because I made it in 2015, but I didn't get a shirt. This was on clearance for $3.49. Those were on clearance too. I think they were $14.99, and then they had an additional 15% off special for card members who went, so I saved money on that, and I didn't have to have a $50 minimum like they often do at some other stores. Then when we left there, we went to another mall, and our Hot Topic was having buy one get one free on all of their clearance items, and I had previously been in there and bought some shirts when they were buy one get one 30% off, and I saw some shirts that I liked, but I didn't like their price, and I was so excited to see that they were still there when I went back. So this was Never Grow Up from Peter Pan. You don't see a lot of these characters, and then this other one is my favorite. Says adventure is out there, it's up. I love this one. So I got both of these for like $15, which is about $7.50 a shirt, which I thought was a pretty good price. Some other firsts that we got are, we got our first little Tsum Tsum blinds, and we got Pooh Bear, and he comes out of his little honey pot. And then this keeps falling apart, but it's a Cheshire Cat, and he has a little whimsical tree that he sits in, but his tree limbs keep falling off. So those are the things that we got while we were out on our shopping adventure. And then I was so excited to come home and find some Disney mail. So see why members love vacations you never outgrow. And this is from the Disney Vacation Club. But what's so cool when you get in here is there's magnets. They're like storytelling magnets, they say. To celebrate our Disney vacation together in paradise, we all surfed in the waves and saw turtles. Dreams come true at Disney parks, where we took pictures with Cinderella. Got to see a zebra in the middle of a jungle world. I can't believe how big Cinderella's castle is. I love these magnets, and they're going to be so much fun on our new fridge. My kids haven't even seen this yet. You guys see it first. I was so excited. I didn't want them to get messed up or lost or something before I got to show you. So, okay, let's talk about this week's savings. I saved $5.65 at Starbucks. I had earned a free reward. Gold Star rewards are changing soon, where instead of earning 1 star per visit or per transaction, you will now start earning 2 stars per dollar. Now for me, since I like kind of an expensive drink, it will still take me about the same amount of time to earn my reward, because it takes 12 gold stars currently. It will be 125 gold stars to earn in the future, and $5.65 because they will count partial dollars towards stars, which is good. It will take me about 11.8 visits. So in about 12 visits, I will have earned my Starbucks drink, and I'm sure they'll have bonus stars and things like that, so it may earn faster. Anyways, $5.65 from Starbucks. I have $10 in Procter & Gamble rebates. I applied for $5, and my mother-in-law applied for $5 also from the CoverGirl Star Wars Beauty rebate. It was $5 off of a $15 after coupon purchase, and there were some really good deals at my store with P&G. I think I got some Catalinas, as well as coupons for my store, so it worked out really nicely. Then our Chick-fil-A, that's local-ish to us, it's still about 45 minutes away, has this program. We didn't even know the night that we went that they were doing this, but when you go during certain days of the month, you can take your receipt and come back at the end of the month and get everything on your receipt again for free. So you could look at this as half off, right? Or you could do like I did, and I did this after we went to Zootopia event and all these things, and I probably would have been buying food anyways. So I saved the $34.19 and got all his food. And even though my husband wasn't with us, I got his food and brought it home and he's ate it. So it was awesome. So I saved $34.19 from that. And then a big thank you to you guys. I've started this channel in November 2014 and I've monetized all along the way. There's a few videos I don't for legal purposes. But I got my first YouTube check, and it takes a long time to do that when you're a small channel like me, but I got $105.41. So total this week, I've saved $155.25 towards the fund. That is like 10 times the amount that I needed to budget to sit that amount. So I have very little left to save, and I'm so excited because that just means whatever I save extra just comes right off the top of the next vacation or something. So I really hope that you guys find these videos helpful. I've been getting my Victoria's Secret envelopes out. If you haven't already, be sure that you do. I will keep the link in this week's video. I'll keep it there until the Victoria's Secret thing is no longer valid. So be sure, if you haven't already, to check that out. I'll post the link to the previous video, and I hope that you guys are getting those filled out and signed up. I'm so excited to see what we get. I've been hearing good things from other people who have done this in the past. It's legit, totally, so do it. And then I'm hoping next week to have an update for you guys on how things went at the H-E-B in Texas. So I look forward to talking to you guys again next week. Until then, I'll see you real soon.